below those areas, we could be pretty comfortable looking at those buy signals on a regular basis today. But again, that's why we have marked off on the chart to give us a little guide, if you will. Other than that, you're taking the sell signals. Let's see, 920. Below the pivot here, the YM will now turn into a downtrend. Don't get so excited. This is what happens, guys. People get trapped, they'll get caught, they'll just start pressing the short button and not realize, or start pressing the sell button and not realize, hey, there's a those of you who are with something like a 9-tick rule short, something like that on the YM, look for oversold stochastics, maybe like a 16-tick rule long. Other than that, don't do anything. Chop, chop, chop right now, guys, right? So do you want to play in the chop? Do you want to play outside of the chop? Thought is, most of the time you want to trade out of the chop. Don't play ball in it. Definitely outside, Richard. Yes. Here's another thought to look at, guys. Just another quick thought to look at. Think about what's going on right around this zone here. Same on the way in. Let's think about what's going on right now, right around this zone. Say what might, hey, chop is the worst enemy. Coach Hugo, good morning. Yeah, so what might happen when price comes back to this area later? So,
chop.
Beware.
You're breaking up, Brian.
I
think you're breaking up.
I'm breaking up?
Yeah, at least on my end.
Up, guys?
Is it me or?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're breaking up. Everybody says you are.
Wow. Let's see here. Let me see if I can refresh the room real quick before we get into the open. Get a couple minutes to do that so we can do it. Yeah, let's do it. Can you guys hear me okay now? Is it breaking up now?
No, you're clear now.
Okay. Stop bringing it up.
Nice. Killer B.
Oh, man.
Formerly known as. Look, we got a new Killer B's green greens now. Green jeans.
Green jeans.
That's great. I like it.
Yeah, so think about this, guys. Lots of chop around lots of chop around these areas, this zone, both YM and ES. So later on, when price comes back toward this zone, you might want to have that marked off as like, okay, let me confirm trade something else other than just a regular 16-tick 9 like that. Also, you could get a pretty good fake out in this zone, right? It's going to try to give you a trade signal and maybe take it away. Right, press So just keep that in your mind. Check that off. Say, okay, well, this zone today probably will be a little tricky to trade. I want to trade out of it. Trade out of the zone. It's chopping around in it. So let's trade out of that zone. Have that as a thought. There is something about this area, both YM, ES are in right now, obviously close to a support area, but obviously something about this area that is creating chop. So a push back to this area later, you might want to say, okay, let me just kind of pump the brakes and let the market see what it wants to do, unless you're already in a trade. All right. Any questions? Again, you guys know the rules. Those that are newer, no trading for first 6 minutes from the open. Those that are on trial, please make sure to watch the videos we provided for you if you could, prior to being in the room. If not, do it at lunch break today. And if you're going to try to follow along, please do it in a sim or paper trade. Don't do it in cash. All right. Let's see. Let's get ready for the open. I think that's enough disclaimers, enough thoughts on that. Again, newer traders, no trading first 6 minutes. More experienced traders, you're welcome to trade. We'll see what happens here in about 10 seconds. Morning, Matt. There is the push up on the YM from the open that we kind of expected. See if the ES follows suit here real quick. Magic, right, guys? Just magic. It started low. Low. Second, guys, on that. So bought stochastics, sell signal, first touch. And shorts are now looking like they want to be in control. Yeah, right at 936. Good little first touch rule on the ES. Nice little sell signal on the YM. And targets off. Anybody grabbing a little piece of that? Again, don't expect big time runners just yet. Anybody doing a little piece of that? Right at 936 too, guys. Good job. Who's grabbing a little piece on the short side? Anybody? Good job, Rick. Way to go, guys. Way to go. A little sell signal on the YM. Good job. Good job. Shorts have it right now. So just squeeze those stops down a little bit. Yes, probably somewhere in this area. Where you stop. Or you go flat at low, either way. Whichever one you want to do. If you miss it, you miss it. You gotta stay out if you miss it. Miss it, you miss it. The
Waiting, yeah, big time.
two-way trading right now, guys.
Maybe a fake out breakout.
We did say it earlier. What's that?
Maybe a fake out breakout on this tight range here on the ES.
You possibly see that. Today might be a great day for the Crable trade.
Crable trade, yeah, I was thinking that too on the ES for sure.
I would say both YM and ES at this point.
Yeah.
YM hasn't.
I like
done
that
anything.
small range on the ES.
Yeah, it's easy for a breakout trade. Much easier for a breakout trade. Another sell signal on the ES. You should still be in the short on the YM or squeeze your stop down. Just a little bit. Lock in a couple more ticks if you're not already flat on the YM. But it's definitely in there. We don't want people doing the crazy early on, Deaton. That's all. The Crable trade early on is a tough one. There you go. There's your fake out on the ES on that. About stochastics and close to the breakout trade. Oops, didn't switch the charts over. Close to that breakout area that we were just talking about. So, like Coach Paul said, good chance you get a nice little FOBO trade on the ES from this. Fake out, breakout. So if you want to play both sides, you take the breakout. Hey, Lunatic's back. All right. So if you want to play both sides, take the long trade. When it rolls over, you take the short trade on the ES. If you're only trading the short side, let it roll over, give you a nice little sell signal. And or an M. Be patient for that. The YM, just squeeze your stops down. YM's being a little bit more generous today than the ES is so far. Everybody should know what the Crable low is, right? At this point, I am in a downtrend now. Hold on to that sell signal M on the ES forming. M. I'm on the ES. YM again. Just moving your stops down. And both the YM and ES are kind of acting a little. A lot of times you'll see YM, ES in sync. Not today. Hi, Steeden. One bigger M. Maybe starting to form here on the ES. I would probably expect the ES to have that little fake out breakout like Paul mentioned here in a couple minutes. So be patient. So again, like I said, looks like a little bit of a bigger M starting to form on the ES. YM's just flip-flopping back and forth from uptrend to downtrend. So try to stay in the short on the YM. If you weren't in it, just be patient. I think you'll probably get overbought stochastics again at some point. Wouldn't you think, Coach? Wouldn't you think, Paul?
I think so.
I would think so.
I believe so.
So if the ES wants to follow, you probably want to see about see it pop up toward the pivot, maybe a little bit above it. Then you start to see that roll over. So kind of the same action as a YM if the ES is going to follow that. Get the little pop up. Try to get everybody into a long trade and smash it down. Again, guys, what are we seeing on the charts? In front of our eyes, two-way trading. Those that are newer, please stay away from the chop. Keep your hands inside the ride at all times. Arms and legs inside the ride at all times. Meaning, maybe you guys don't like hearing this, but those that are newer, not able to trade this, smaller account sizes, you are on the ES especially, you are just being patient. YM's being a little bit more forgiving with its trades, so you can take those sell signals on the YM. ES just isn't being quite as friendly. So now you're staying short on the YM, right, guys? You're just taking your targets and pulling your stop down. I'm keeping this little guide here on the ES. So maybe you have a sell stop in on the ES. Ticks have stayed below 0 today, guys. So that gives another sign that we may need to be looking for those short trades. Oh, wait a minute. Trend is down. Hey, all right.
Imagine that.
What's that?
I said, imagine that. Trend is down. Look for the short
Imagine
trades.
that. Hey, it's complicated. No, it's not that complicated.
Right.
Trading's hard
Yep.
enough, guys. Trading's hard enough emotionally. We're going to try to keep this simple for you. Stay in the short on the YM. Yes, you just have a sell stop ready to go. No, just the two. Like so 133 and 2 minute. We took the stochastics off the range charts. Deaton, because it was just too much. Staying short on the YM and targets off on the ES. Who is following along with that? Who is following along with that? Staying short on the YM. Now you have targets off on the ES. Green jeans, nice. I literally only had the sell stop in for like 15 minutes
Yeah.
for the ES.
I would need a breakout.
Wrong line. And you pull your stop down a little bit on the YM. Good to go there. You can even come down above this little retracement on the YM. Nice little trade. Make sure you get your targets off on the ES. Nice, Rick. Killer B, Fritz. Green jeans, I mean. Deaton, it's all right. There'll be trades. You're still in learning phase, Deaton, so don't worry about missing stuff. Just keep doing what you're doing. Asking questions, posting pictures. Asking questions, posting pictures. So getting that little support on the YM. Still can't break through. Hasn't broken through support yet on the ES. But you could squeeze your stops a little bit at this point on the ES. So look for those little wiggles. Like 73. Between 73, 73.50 on the ES. New little low gets made. You just pop it down here right around 72.25. So just be patient on that with the ES. YM, you can lock in a couple more ticks or go flat if you want. Or maybe here's something. Just attach to the mid Bollinger. Wants to play with support here. So just be patient. Either go flat on the short side or move your stop down or follow my stop. The yellow dotted line. Yes, probably going to want to come back and try to take stops out, which is fine. If it does, then you'll get a chance to re-enter the trade. Everybody will have a chance to re-enter. If it doesn't, then you just politely move your stop down and lock in profits. Politely do it. You say, thank you, Mr. Market, for my profits. And then you turn around and say, let's look for that next one. Good job, Rick. All right. Two-way trading day. Not going to quite call out these long signals, but you had a nice little W form on the ES. You just straight up had a buy signal on the YM. So you might want to take those. So if you're only trading with the trend, which is short right now, you probably want to take those buy signals as what? As an idea that you may want to squeeze your stop tighter.
Stops.
Yeah. Right. There was a nice little short trade to start off the week, guys. Couple little opportunities earlier this morning, but not much. And now Here comes the rally from the support side that we talked about. So check number 1 in the plan, number 2 in the plan. Starting to see that now. And what time is it? Are we still thinking Crable? Yeah, we're still thinking we could possibly see a Crable trade today, guys.
Still, yeah, it looks good today.
Especially on the ES. Starting to get a little first touch rule. I would be hesitant on that with the YM right now. Just don't jump in the first touch rule. Probably wait for a little M or something. So yeah, sell stop in maybe. Same on the ES. Probably want to wait for like an M to form. As you guys saw earlier, the same area here gave a pretty decent little sell signal. So you may want to see this little M on the ES. Come to fruition before being on the short side again. Probably want the same thing to happen on the YM around that area. I'm not going to call a lot of the counter trend trades. We're not going to call a lot of those. Just let you see them. Those that can trade counter trend, you know how to do it. Especially in a two-way trading day. We're still there, guys. There's nothing that says just yet that we're not in two-way trading. Right? So what have we been talking a lot about? Using something, there's a specific, what we've been talking a lot about lately, using a very specific area on a specific chart as kind of a guide to say, do I really want to be in my short trades right now or long trades right now? What is that area, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. We've been talking about this the past couple weeks. There's a specific area we've been talking about in the past couple weeks. All right, good guess. Pivot zones. Think about it, guys. One specific chart we've been talking through. Yes. 5-period moving average on the 15-minute chart. Makes a pretty good guide for you. All right, there's your M that's hit on the ES. And the YM, you should have targets off by now as I talk through being patient. YM staying below the 5-period moving average. ES wants to teeter back and forth with it. So what have I been saying all morning? The ES is going to be a little bit more choppy than the YM, right? So you've got to be able to trade that. Now targets off on the ES, and you should already have targets off on the YM and the M formed. See how that works, guys? Be patient. I had the yellow brick road line in there for you guys as your sell stop. You got a little heat on the ES, not too bad. Everybody should know this. Let me walk through this. Everybody should know this. If you did the sell stop, your stop starts right above the tick above the high of the swing you entered on. You take your targets off, and then you move your stop to a no lose situation on whatever you have running. All right, guys, you guys know that. Just reviewing real quick. Same here on the YM. You had your sell stop in. It got hit. You got targets off. Your original stop started above that M, aka swing point you entered on. Then you move to a no lose situation on your stop once you get a couple targets off. You only had you had a while to prepare for this one, guys. So target should be off at this point, both YM, ES. Now you're stopping a no lose. If it comes back and takes you, oh well, you made some profits. All right. YM, your stop would probably be, what would be a no lose for you? Well, if you did the M, right? Then a no lose is probably somewhere in this area, depending on the number of contracts you used. So YM, yes. If you did the same thing, took the little M trade, now you're probably safely here as like a no lose on your stop. All right, guys? You guys got that, right? Everybody's got that? You understand? So sometimes it's better, guys, to, that's a way we teach people to trade. So sometimes it's better to walk yourself mentally through that process than actually be in the trade. Why would that be better sometimes? Because the ES is choppy. We see it. YM's being a little bit more forgiving, but still, two-way trading day. So you may look at stuff. Look, you just formed on the ES. We're sold stochastics. Does that mean you want to stay in the trade, or do you squeeze your stop down some? For most people, that means go ahead and get flat when you see that W start to form. Or squeeze the stop a couple ticks. Rick. So that's kind of where the stop should be right now. If you entered the M where we had the guide, that's pretty much where your stop should be right now. Both YM, ES. Aiden, hey. It's a little M trade. That's all right. How many people got a little piece of that little M from the YM or ES? A little piece of it. A good chance to get a couple points on the ES. 20, 30 ticks on the YM. Got to take what the market gives you. Now, again, guys, two-way trading day. W on the ES. Not quite a buy signal on the YM. I don't want you guys doing, those of you who aren't profitable as a trend trader yet, you do not do the counter trend trades. You do not do the counter trend trades. All right. There you go. Now you get another sell signal with the ES. Let the YM rally up a little bit. Momentum has turned up on the ES, so those who aren't trading against momentum, don't do it. Watch the prior swings, right, guys? Make sure those don't get broken. Same on the YM. You get your one or two good trades, guys. Couple good trades this morning. Not expecting huge runners, right? There's another little M starting to form on the ES. On the YM. Really look at that as an M if you wanted to, or treat that like a bigger M on the YM. You can also do the same thing for the ES. Treat that like a bigger M, or else you are on the long side. All right, Crable is in effect, guys. Both YMES, your Crable trade is in effect. So literally the high that was just previously made. Let's see, what was it? It's 10, right?
It's
Yeah.
78.50
So on the
on the ES.
78, so 78.75 would be your buy stop, and uh
68.
Welcome to Liberty Trading Club, everyone. Paulina here. Hopefully you've enjoyed our live stream this morning. If you're interested in joining us live in the trade room for live trade calls, just visit libertytradingclub.com and register for your 3-day trial. During your trial with us, you'll have access to our live trade calls, participation in chat to have questions answered by our coaches, as well as access to our suite of indicators, live classes, and training modules. Visit libertytradingclub.com to register for your 3-day trial. Please like, subscribe, and share.